Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to hack an entire Active Directory environment step by step, starting from guest access all the way to NT authority. Okay, so today we are solving this Tryhackme operation in game. This challenge will focus on exploiting an Active Directory environment. Okay, so let's start the machine and wait for the IP. First, we start with our nmap port scanning. Okay, nmap -a for aggressive, -p for all the ports, and then just B for version detection, and then we add -t for speed. So this will scan fast. Okay, and then our IP, just wait for our IP, and there it is, and paste here and let this run. So what happened? 0 scan ping. So this is pinging, and now this will run nmap. Okay, so our nmap scan is done, guys. You can see there are many ports open: 8080, Cobros, and MSRCP, NetBIOS, LDAP, KP, whatever it is, and NC, AC, HTTP. Okay, there are many ports are open, and you can identify this is a domain controller, a DC, because you can see the LDAP and Cobros, and okay, so SMB, and this is a window, Active Directory LDAP and window, and you can see the name. Okay, the DC name THM.local and AD local. So we add this into our etc host file, and then okay guys, so you can see there are many ports are open. You can go and go on it HTTP, so you can see is there anything interesting on web. Okay, so let's add the AD and this local THM.local into our etc host. Okay, let's copy this and sudo etc host, and we need to use nano. Okay guys, so nano, I think I added this already, but we need to change the IP. Okay guys, again, because I last time I made the video, but there is some problem that the video is not uh, there is some problem with that video. I am not able to upload. Okay, so I add them. Let's control X and save this. Okay, all done. Now let's enumerate the SMB using net exact tool. Okay, so net exact is a very powerful tool, and how we going to use that? Okay, let's see. Net xc exact, something like that. We use a shortcut. Okay, nxc, and then smb for smb enumeration, and then our IP address. That IP address is okay. This is our IP address, and we use guest account. Okay, so hyphen guest, and then again close it, and password is we don't have any password. So let's enumerate the smb shares, and then enter. So you can see we are able to authenticate with smb. We can see we use empty password, and then you can see there are admin and c, and admin share is available, and IPC means internet process communication. Okay, so net logon, and this SV, this is a inside a Active Directory. Okay, AD critical share. Okay, you can see this into your AD machines. Okay, so let's try to authenticate with the LDAP. The command will be the same, and just we need to remove that shares, and instead of SMB we use LDAP. LDAP. Okay, so let's try this, and you can see we are able to authenticate with LDAP. This is a Windows Server 2019, and thm.local, user is guest. Okay, so domain is a thm.local and AD host. Okay, host name is AD server. Okay, so now let's start. Let's see we are able to do Kerberoasting or not. Initial access. Okay, so how do we do Kerberoasting? Okay, so net exact again, nxc. Okay, and then LDAP, and we use our IP address, and then again our username and password, and we use Kerberoasting. I think my spelling is wrong. Ker- the Kerberos- Kerberoasting. then we use a krb.txt. Okay, so this will try to dump hashes. Okay, Kerberos hashes. Okay, so just enter this command and you can see we are able to dump the hash. This is a Kerberos hash. You can see the krb tgs. Tgs means ticket granting service. This is useful for making silver ticket, and the user is a Cody Roy ph1.local, and this is that user hash. Okay, so you can just ls and you can see the password is where this is a hash. Okay, hash.txt, and this is the username. Okay, so let's crack this hash using John, and then we use the command is our .txt, and then we use word list is equal to user share word list Tokyo.txt, and then hit enter. So this is the John cracked the password of Cody Roy, and you can see mko 0. Now we have valid domain credentials. Okay guys, so just copy that password and store inside the file. So I already stored that. Okay, you can see, let's minimize this, and now we use a bloodhound for data collection. Okay, so what we going to do with the bloodhound? So we make a attack path for this user. Is there any permission for this user or not? Means we gather the information about this user. Okay, so we use a bloodhound and hyphen ce. I think I blood. Okay, so hyphen ce, and then python. If this bloodhound is not installed, just apt install bloodhound ce python. Okay, so we use our username as a Cody Roy, and then our password is Cody Roy, and then we use a direct thm dot local. This is our dc, and then we just close that, and then we use a default password. I copy that and let me paste it, and you can see, and we use a hyphen zip and hyphen dc, and then edit dot thm dot local again, and we use hyphen c, and then we use all, and then hyphen d for again thm dot local. I added is thm dot local, and after this we use ns for ip, and our ip is, so I paste it here, and hyphen dns timeout, and 10 hyphen dns tcp, and let me just delete that last file. You can see the red bloodhound zip. So extracted this before. Now let's do this again. Now you can see we pull all information of dc, that how many groups are in, how many users, how many gpos, get every information of this user and add into this zip file. Okay, so what information this bloodhound pull. Okay, so you can see for 490 user and 53 groups and gpos. Now you can see 19 containers and one domain and every information. So what we're going to do, we open this information into bloodhound. Okay, so run the bloodhound, and this is starting our bloodhound. Let's wait and see. So we open this zip file into bloodhound. Okay, so you can open the bloodhound on web, and password is admin. Now log into bloodhound. So now we need to upload that zip file inside the bloodhound. Okay, so this is our zip file, and upload it. Now you can see upload successfully. Okay, so now try to access our that user. Okay, thm local. We are not able to do that. I don't know what happened. I think we need to upload it again. Okay, Okay, done. We upload this again, and now let's try to explore. There is some id json. Okay, so we feed that zip file to bloodhound, and now you can see we are able to access Cody Roy account. This user, you can see the member of remote management, domain user, and authenticate user. So you can see there is a very clear and visual map. So this user have permission on the domain user and member of domain user. You can map the attack path. Okay, so this will make a clear attack path. Okay, so we can understand the map of DC. Okay, so we didn't find anything interesting, so let's try password sparing. What we're going to do, first we enumerate the username of DC, and then we use the same password of Cody Roy to all users. Okay, so we enumerate the all users, the Cody Roy, and the P for password, the same command. And so code test and users, so this will extract all users from DC. Okay, now you can see we extracted all users from DC. So now what we're going to do, we add these users into our txt file. So we need to sort this out. We're gonna extract this user into one file. Okay, so how we gonna do this, net exact ldap, and then we use ad.thm dot local, and we use a password. We use the same command. Okay, so approximately same, and we use the pipe this out, wk. So this is a batch scripting. Okay, we extract just 1 2 3 4 5. I think this is starting from 0, so ldap is 0 1 2 3, and this is a 4. Okay, so we extract the fourth column. We use a print, something like that, print $5. So dollar will set the parameter. Okay, okay, done. Now just run this. I quite what's wrong with this command. So this is a mistake again, and you can just see we extract all the users. Okay, so just copy them all, and there are many users, you can see. Copy them all and paste into the one file, nano users dot txt. Okay, so save this, and now we extracted the users. Now what we're going to do, just check the users, is there anything head users dot txt. So you can see there are users are added in this file, and let's try the password sparing. Okay, so how password sparing work, we use the same password for, we use the Cody Roy, and we try to authenticate with all the user with the same password. Okay, so thm dot local, and then again hyphen u for users dot txt, and hyphen p for passwords. The password is our mk. I need to copy that password. Where is my password? So this is my password, and continue on success on sub. Okay, so this will use the same password with all users. Okay, so you can see green, the, and this is all red. So red means no. Okay, and that green icon something like green or something. Okay, you can see another. So this user uses the same password. Okay, so we figure that out, there are two users with the same password. Done fast, man. So all done, and let's see how many users there. Just copy this. there are another user, their user is same. Okay, so the Cody Roy, you can see this. Okay, so status logon fail, and the status logon is success. So success will mark down that. Okay, so that's why we use the continue on success. Okay, so after this we try to authenticate with this. We dump the down data for this user. Okay, so let's do this. User type the same password against the multiple users and password rule vulnerability, and you are discover the Janchi hunt generic do cover roasting for this account. Okay, so what you're going to do, so we already extracted that information. So let's see. Jan Janchi hunt. Okay, so this is the Janchiri hunt. So let's see, is there any permission this user have or not. We can see the outbound permission for this user, and you can see there are the SID and all that stuff. Member of domain user and remote desktop. Okay, this user is a member of domain user, and we check the outbound object control. So we can see the domain user, and this is a Jerry Lancers have a generic right. Okay, so this user has generic right on this user. Okay, so we can modify the file and anything for this user. Okay, this computer has generic right on this computer. Okay, so we can write any file from this computer, rewrite file, and you get that. We're gonna what we're gonna do, we're going to extract the, sorry, we're gonna write a payload or something, a shell on this user. Okay, so we get this user admission. This is a active directory user. What is this? This user is a local admin, I think. So you can see outbound permission. This is a domain user and reader admin. Okay, add cell right owner member of this. Okay, so now let's try to access this user. Okay, so what we're gonna do, minimize this. Python 3, Python home row your result. So just give me a second. Locate target Kerberos Kerberos dot py. This not able to locate this. I think we need to install this target Kerberos. So just search on Google target Kerberos.py, and you can see the GitHub. And let's just copy that without cloning the full repository. So this is a Kerberosting SPN abuse script. Okay, so now we just nano this out and paste inside the same file name. Okay, now let's save this, and Python target coverhosting.py, and then hyphen v for robots and d for domain. Okay, thm.local and single quote, and then we add hyphen u for username, and let's see our username. This is our username, and then hyphen u for hyphen p for password. Okay, and the password, just copy this, and hyphen dc host, domain controller host name. Okay, ad.thm.local and hyphen request hyphen user, and add your target account that you want to roast. So our is a Jerry Lanchest something. Okay, so add that username into our command, and then just hit enter. You can see we dumped the hash of Jerry Lanchester, and just copy that hash and make a hash file jerry hash.txt and crack this hash using John. Okay, so we use John just like we did previous. Okay, so our hash file and our word list we use the rocky.txt. Okay, and you can see the hash is cracked, the loving life whatever it is, and just make a note for this user. Okay, so this will help us. Okay, now what we're going to do, we let's see the permission for this account, the Jerry Lancaster. Okay, you can see there are Jerry Lancaster, and let's see outbound permission for this account. And you can see this is a, so you can see there is a right owner permission for Jerry Lancaster. This user, the user can change the ownership of the group object, can modify a ACL, and can grant themselves a full control and self add. It mean user have a permission to add themselves to that group. Okay, this is a privilege escalation techniques path. So now we're going to do RDP on this user. Okay, using Xpray RDP. So Xpray RDP and then hyphen v ad.thm.local. The this is a syntax is a little bit different. Okay, so just your username and then single quote Jerry Lan. Yes, copy the username and then Lancaster and close the quote and add your password. The Xpray RDP syntax is a little bit tricky. Okay, just dynamic resolution clipboard. So clipboard is we can copy commands and paste inside the RDP. Okay, then third ignore. This will ignore the certificate and then just hit enter. I think I make mistake because this is a little bit trouble. So this is a right syntax. You can see now hit enter. You got the RDP session. Okay, so what we're going to do, we let's see what we got. This is a local admin, and just wait for the RDP. So we got the RDP and let's do CM. Let's open a CMD using a Win plus R because we are not able to open the CMD. Okay, so just sign out. I think I need to do it again. Okay, so let's do this again and window plus R. Okay, so you can see window plus R and CMD, and we got the CMD shell and CD and hyphen dir and then ccd and hyphen user. So there is a script, there is a PowerShell script inside this machine, and we need to exploit that. Just this is a syncerps1. Okay, so this is a PowerShell script. Just type this script and see what inside that script. Okay, type, we need to enter full path of the script. Okay, type for open the script, and then full path of the script is a C script and PS SYNCER PowerShell script. And you can see there is a Stanford row tree. This is a username. Okay, and you can see the password is a reset ASPA 123 ASAP 123. Okay, so we got the credential of new user. This is a new user. Okay, let's try to authenticate with this user now. Just copy that user and copy the password. We use a keyboard for that reason, so we can able to copy that user and password. And now just now close the RTP session. Now let's try to access this new user. Okay, let's try to authenticate with this new user. Okay guys, so just close the RTP, close the RTP, and then try to authenticate with this user using SMB. We are able to authenticate or no, able to authenticate with or not. Maybe this would be rabbit hole. SMB, and then your domain and new username, and then add your password. Okay, SMB P for password, and paste your password. Just copy and paste it. Reset 123, and you can see we are able to authenticate with this user. Okay, you can see the password and you can see the pound message. We are able to authenticate with this user using SMB. Okay, now you can see we are able to authenticate with this user. Now we use a impacket to get RC remote code execution using SMB exact. This is a impacket tool. Inside the impacket there are many tools. The name as SMB exact. We use the SMB exact for the this machine. Okay, so SMB exact is a very great tool. Let's look at this. This is a path of the tool, and just run this thm.local our and add your username stanford.tree and add your password. The password is a reset ASP123 and at the rate thm.local, and we need to do id thm.local. Okay, and hit enter. You can see we got the system 32 shell. Let's see who am I see anti authority system. Okay, so we got the anti authority on this machine. Now cd, so we find the flag on this machine. This is a final user. Okay, so we are not able to use the cd, so we use a dir c users, and you can see there is administrator user. Okay, and there are many users public nt v4 classic. So we use the administrator, and you can see the most of the time the flag is on desktop. Okay, so we use the desktop, and again the same command desktop, and you can see there is a flag.txt. Okay, just copy this and paste here again, and copy and paste and hit enter. So we need to use the type command, and you can see we got the flag thm.infinition complete our command over network alert. Okay, this is a flag, and just paste this flag inside your thm. Okay, track me. So there it is. We found this machine, we hack this machine, and now let's see on the bloodhound that new user stanford user, what this user is and how much permission this user have on dc. Okay, so we see this is a dollar sign, this is a diamond sign on this user, active directory user, and this is the admin of this dc. Let's see outbound permission on this user. Okay, this is a member of domain user, remote desktop, domain admin, and outbound permission, outbound object control. Now you can see this is a too big, this is a too big guys. You can see there is a my machine is lag. You can see this is a this user have a permission on every user. Okay, so this user have a generic right on every user and all extended right and many stuff. Okay, so we got the main user of this DC and you can move laterally and you can pivot using creativity. This is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want any new video, you can just tell me. Any new topic, just tell me. I will make video. Thank you. Thank you so much.